welcome back to It's Miracle Beauty. My name is Brandy and I try to base my channel on utilizing what you already have and getting your money's worth of the products you already own versus concentrating on buying new. So a lot of my videos are pan challenges, inventory updates, things like that. My pan challenges do run slightly different than other people, which I do think they're very personalized and everybody can kind of run them how they see fit. Mine are not always used to completion. I want to go through as much of my collection as I can each year, and so some items I use to completion, some items I use X number of times or X number of months. So it all just varies, but not everything is the goal to complete. In fact, some of them are trial by fire to see if I even want to keep them. And so I may not even use enough during that month to make a difference, but I know I don't like it, or I know I want to keep it, or whatever. So this intro is on all of my pan challenges for this month. I do 3 updates, and this intro is on all of them because I have an autoimmune. I work a very intense and more than full-time job and have a family. This does create an ease of use for me. So if you've made this far, get a drink. Let's sit down and go through my pan challenges 1 through 3, and let's get started. Hi, welcome back to pan challenge number 3. As I said in the prior videos, the sun is currently setting and I have no control over it, so we're going to try to work through it as much as we can. I have another light. Let me see if I can get it on. That I can turn on that can kind of help with some of the shadows and stuff, but it really is kind of, it's touch or go till it goes a little bit further down. So this is pan challenge number 3. For most of the year, I've been calling this my full face challenge. It sometimes is a full face, sometimes it isn't, but I'm not going to change the name this late in the game. This is a rolling pan challenge, and in case you've never been here before, not everything I do is to use completion. Sometimes just to use some of my collection. So let's see where we are on this one. I do have, looks like 5 items rolling out and new ones rolling in, so that's exciting. Well, I guess it depends on why they're rolling out, if it's exciting or not. The other 2 challenges I had completed items. This one, I don't think any of them are completed. There's some declutters. That's about it. First thing I have is my Hourglass Cream Highlight. This has been in the entire year. It is a huge amount of product in it, but I do have, actually first let me show you all the way down first. I do have a considerable amount gone in it now, but if you, this product, I will say, for what they charge, normally I don't always think it's worth it, but this one has a ton of product in it. Like, I don't think I'm at the top yet. Yeah, I'm still going. There, that's the top. So that's how much I still have left after all that. So I'm putting it back in. I'm not giving up on it yet. I'm not ready. I gotta stop rolling. I knew that was gonna happen. I said that in another video. I'm like, I don't want it to fall out. And then there I go, roll it all the way up and it falls out. I'm pushing it as I roll it down, so hopefully it kind of fuses back together. Okay, so we are going to keep that one in and we're going to keep utilizing it. So far, I've not had any issues with quality. It still works great. Hopefully this visual is okay. I know the sun can be a bit distracting, but it's more so for me. I'm blind right now. Like I can't even see the viewfinder. I'm blind because of the sun. Next, I have the ambient lighting palette, and this one is another one I've been doing the whole year. I am panning the center shade only. Just look like this, and if you look, that center shade is like almost flat. Let's see if I can get it closer and see if it will look. So that center shade is almost flat. Once it goes flat, usually is when you start seeing the other stuff come through. So definitely keeping that one in. I also have the strobe light travel size in here, and this is an incandescent strobe. Does look like this, and that is definitely starting to get some disruption in use on it. I use both of those almost every day. Actually, all my Hourglass, I use it almost every day. I have that much left in my Hourglass concealer. This is a travel size, and I will be leaving that in the challenge as well. Next, I have my NARS. I actually have been painting for the last couple of months the cream and the powder version in Orgasm. The cream is getting really, really low. I've actually had to rework it with a spatula and put it back down. Probably will do that again this month, just slowly, just because it keeps pushing up on the sides as you use it. So I probably will do that again this month. And then the NARS Orgasm powder, I've been using the bare minimum every single month. I am going to leave it in because it's not an ugly blush. It's just not my favorite, and it's not what I'm into right now. I am getting some disruption. So we'll leave that in, and hopefully I fall back in love with it at some point. One I'm really happy with and it doesn't look like a lot of progress, but for me it's a ton of progress, is my Pat McGrath. I'm actually to there now. I actually don't love this foundation. It's one that I struggle to use. When I use it in conjunction with another foundation, it's beautiful, but by itself, if it settles in my lines, it doesn't look great, which I did forget to mention. Speaking of settling, I've been wearing this makeup for 9 hours. It's the only day I can film this week, so I had to get this out. So you're seeing old makeup, so bear with me. But I didn't have that much gone, and I'm going to keep using that. I've been enjoying it now that I know to use it with another foundation. I have been enjoying it more, and I have noticed it works better. It works really good with a good apple. So if you're struggling to use those, put them together. One is very moisturizing and can be too moisturizing. It's almost serum-y, and one is a more, it's not matte, it's like natural, and you put those together with dry skin and they look great. So keeping both of those in. Another one that I am actually keeping in that I never thought this, in fact, when I put this in the challenge, I said, this is not going to last more than a month. I think this is the 3rd or 4th month. And this is the Jaclyn Hill, what is this called? Jaclyn Hill Duo. And this is the one with Lilac Love and Top Tan. The bronzer is nothing really to write home about. It's not that it's bad. It's not bad by any means. It's buildable. It's not super dark. It takes a lot for even my fair skin for me to get color. However, that lilac that's actually the color that got me obsessed with cool tone blushes, was that right there. And now I own a ton of them because I'm obsessed. But I'm definitely leaving this in. I've been enjoying it. Not a supporter of her anymore, but I definitely am going to use what I paid for, and I just buy what I feel like buying. I made a promise of stuff I'd never buy anything from her ever again. And then I did it like not even thinking one day. And now I just feel like I'm really good at boycotting brands. I've been boycotting Starbucks for about 10 years or more. And I don't feel strongly enough about the situation to do a hardcore boycott, but I don't like her business practices or things either. So I think I'm going to play it by ear, and what I feel like doing, I'm going to do. So that one is definitely staying in. One that's coming out that I'm not decluttering yet, but it may happen in the future, is my Kosas Dream Powder. It does look like this. This one has a almost watery feeling or background. It's a moisturized powder. Like if you feel it, it literally feels almost kind of moisturized to the touch. Because of that, it is prone to hard pan really often. This one, if you look, I have a lot gone from it. There really isn't that much left, but I feel like every time I use this, I have questionable makeup experiences, and it's never consistent. So one time I'll use it and it'll be a 10, and the next time I use it, it'll be a -10. So I'm just really tired of using it as much as I am. So in its place, I'm actually going to move in the Makeup Forever. This is a purse like the one that I made, and this does have a bronzer, blush, and highlight in it. So it's a face palette that I put together. They're magnetized palettes. You just buy them from Makeup Forever. I actually am a huge Makeup Forever fan. More complexion now that I'm getting older than everything, but I originally loved them. In fact, I'm looking right, I have 3 man-made or magnetized eyeshadow palettes up there. I have this one, I have some other ones. So I just want to get some use out of this. I make them and then I forget I have them because I have face palettes and I have individuals or whatever. So I want to get some use out of this. So I am going to add this in the challenge in place of that Kosas powder. Next one I'm leaving in is my Glossier Stretch Concealer. This is in 12. I actually already own 11, but I have a ton of use in this and it's still working good. So I want to try to use as much as I can. So I'm going to leave this in. I think if I hit pan, I'm fine with that. I don't think I need to finish this entirely. However, I will say there's a caveat to that, because sometimes when I get close to finishing something entirely, like I smell like the blood and I'm like, I need to finish it. So we'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. As of right now, I say no, but sometimes I'm changing my mind. One that I am taking out of the challenge and is getting decluttered is the lip oil from Kosas. I actually enjoy this. It lasted way longer than it should have, but it is starting to change in taste and like consistency and everything else. So I am going to take a sign and get rid of it because it's past expired. So we are going to put that in our empties, and in its place, I am going to put the One Size Cheek Clapper in Fat Ass. His name's cracked me up. I have not given this really a fair chance. I use it a couple times and I'm like, oh, it's so strong. It's because it's very pigmented. And as fair as I am, super pigmented blushes never end up well, but it is also about how you use them. It's not just that. However, I have a few two one size products in this month, and I'm going to use them. And if I don't like them by the end of the month, I am going to get them out because I keep picking around them in my collection, not using them because I don't care for them for whatever reason, and I need to either figure out a way to use them or get rid of them. And my daughter loves makeup, so she'll be happy to have it. So that one went in its place. Another one I'm decluttering is the Love Glow Cheek Palette from Natasha Denona. This is another one that the cream products have started going bad. This isn't completely bad yet. There is some use left, so I'm not going to declutter it yet, but I am going to take it out of the challenge. I can only use 3 out of 4 shades in here. Sorry, I'm trying to do it so it's not reflecting too much on you. 3 out of 4 shades, and really 2 out of 4 actually look good on my skin. Like, I can use the one, but it doesn't look great on my skin. The cream one I just touched, like showing you it was still moist. That one actually looks really pretty. So I'm not decluttering that one yet, but I am going to take it out of the challenge. In its place is, like I explained, is another one size product. This is the one size made for the shade, and this is in Fair. I actually own Fair and Light. I am testing Fair this month to see if Fair is a better shade for me. If this works better, then I am actually going to send Light to my daughter. If Light works better and this doesn't, then I'm going to give this to a friend at work. So definitely going to try that out. I, so far, again, have not been good with either one of them, so I'm hoping to get some use out of them and maybe learn how to love those products. Another one I'm leaving in, but it got a ton of use, is the Jaclyn Hill Lip Mask. Does look like this, so I'm not sure if it's going to pick up, but it's about less than halfway. So I enjoy this. I think it works really well. I usually use it at night before I go to bed, in the morning before I do my makeup, or before I put lip products on. So definitely keeping that in. Another one I'm keeping in, and this has been in the entire year, is the Oma Stick Bronzer. This is so emollient. It's my favorite cream bronzer ever. I don't have a ton left. That is all I have left, and I am going to try to finish that this year. If I don't finish this year, I am going to keep it my challenge for the beginning of next year. I would rebuy this in a day. I love it, but it's a challenge now. I have to finish it, so it needs to happen. So that's definitely staying in. Another one that's staying in that I thought would be in a month or two and be gone, and I've really just thoroughly enjoyed this blush. This is the Rose Inc Cream Blush. I've talked about cream products from Rose Inc in the past. They're fantastic products. They work fantastic. They blend fantastic. However, I have a ton of cream products and they don't last long term. They dry out very easy. If they're your only cream products, or you only have 1 or 2, you'll be fine. You'll enjoy them. But if you have a collection, you don't want to do this brand. If you can look, I have a huge dip in this. It should be hitting pan anytime now. I would guess we should probably hit pan this month or next month. Sometimes those guesses are far off, but I would guess. So I'm definitely keeping that. I really enjoy that one. I actually use that a lot with other blushes that are cream. I actually use that in the back, like third of my cheek, and then I use a different one up here and overlap them. Creates an ombre dimension. It's stunning, and that looks good, and I never have a problem blending it. That blends in perfectly every single time, even when I'm half asleep at 4 o'clock in the morning when I have my early shifts. So just a really good one that I enjoy. Another one that I am leaving in that I really don't feel like I got enough use out of in the last month, even the month before for that matter too. My birthday month, I didn't officially pan, so I didn't post updates. This is my NARS Creamy Concealer. This used to be one of my favorite concealers, and the last couple times I've used it, I enjoyed it. It's fine. But I have so many exciting new ones because it's been like concealer release season. So then I almost go, oh, I have to use that one. Whereas before I would have been like, I get to use NARS. Like, it's just a big difference for me. So I'm going to keep working at that one and see how far I go. Another one I'm decluttering, and this one is, I'm not happy about it, but I'm not mad either. I bought this foundation at Black Friday last year. I actually bought it from the LYS website with a bunch of LYS products, and I have used that much of it. Let's see if I can get it without it reflecting. Okay, so I've used that much. It has changed and it's oxidized. I used this a couple times during August because I think that was either July or August was the first month. So I used it the first month it was in, a couple times, no big deal. Didn't love it, didn't hate it. It wasn't my favorite, whatever. And then I tried to put it on in September, and it's like 10 shades darker of orange. Like, it's literally like fake tan orange glow type of thing. So this is going to get decluttered, and I'm actually going to throw that away. I'm not going to give that to anybody. And in its place, I'm actually going to move in something I've already been unofficially panning, but I need to step it up. And that is my Better Than Sex Too Faced eyeliner. This is a very good eyeliner. I love this eyeliner. It's one of my holy grails, but this is getting close to expiration. Might even, I can't remember what month I bought it. So it's either expired and like getting worse, or it's about to expire. So I want to try to put some concentration on that. So we are going to move that one in the place of the LYS foundation. One I did not think I was going to love as much as I do, and it is literally one of my favorite foundations. What I'm wearing today is one of my favorite foundation combinations I found in probably 5 years, and that is the Guerlain L'Essentiel. I don't think they have it anymore. I think it got discontinued. It looks like this with the Beauty Blender Tinted Moisturizer. It's like a dropper bottle. amazing all day. However, the second one I've been enjoying all month is the next one in this, and that is the Chantecaille foundation. Now, please, this is not for the faint of heart. This was $69. I will never buy a $69 foundation again unless it's my only foundation. That being said, I bought it, and I bought it online in ivory, and it was like 5 shades too dark. So I used the LA Girl cooler to make it cooler and white to make it lighter, and it is the perfect skin shade for me now. And this I can wear by itself. It looks stunning. I typically need to set that, but if I don't set it, I at least set it under my eyes and on like my cheeks where I use bronzer and stuff, and it looks good all day long. So definitely leaving that in. I am thoroughly enjoying it, and I'm hoping to get my money's worth on that. One I'm taking out, and I'm not going to declutter yet because I'm going to move it to my individual eyeshadow drawer because that's what I typically use it for, and that is the MAC highlighter in Show Gold. This is a pink gold duo shift highlighter. I am too goddamn old for this shit. And no judgment to anybody else who's my age or older that does these, but I do not like colored highlighters on my cheeks anymore. 10 years ago or 5 years ago, I was here for it. I cannot do this anymore. So I use this as a, like when I use my bronzer shade, I use this for my shimmer on my eyes, and that's what I use it for, to try to get some money's worth for it. If I don't start getting used, I will send it to my daughter. So definitely not getting rid of that per se, but taking it out of the challenge. In its place, I am going to move my Franken mix. This is a Pixie bottle. It has a little bit of Pixie, a little bit of Fenty, a little bit of Rare Beauty spray, and it has derived cosmetics spray in here. So we're going to try to work on this. So we are going to add that in, and that's, again, replacing that MAC highlighter. And then last thing I have is my Pat McGrath Divine Blush and Glow in Galactic Sun. It does look like this. I actually have been really enjoying this. I'm only panning the first shade on the left, on my left over here. But I've been using all the shades pretty much. The highlighter I use less, but the other two I've been using pretty regularly, and I really enjoy it. So this challenge didn't change too much, and to be quite honest, I haven't seen us on a changeover because a lot of these products are long-term use products. So as the year goes on, we may see some change, but a lot of these I actually am invested in using long-term. So I don't know that they will, and some of them may even go into the new year. So if you made it this far, I hope you'll like, share, subscribe, make sure to ring that bell for notifications, and wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you have a great night, guys. See you soon. Thanks for watching my pan challenges.